This isn't a midlife crisis. This is a midlife reset. Backroads, business, building the next chapter. This is life at 50ish. All right, welcome, Life at 50ish. I'm Scott.
I'm Joe.
Today we're going to talk something a little bit. We haven't talked about this yet before.
Nope. But it's very important.
It is very important. We're going to talk about beer, summer beers.
Beers.
Hell,
yes,
we might even
absolutely.
get into a winter beer or something.
Never know. For me, they're almost the same with the exception of one.
So, going to kind of just cover what our three favorites when it's hot outside, and one beer we just absolutely don't like.
All right, we're going to start with the one we don't like. Now, the bad part, I'm going to make this pretty good because like the one I don't like is actually one I like. I don't like what it does to me.
Gotcha.
And that's Budweiser, and that's any Budweiser named product. And I can drink their other products and not get the next day headache.
Yep.
But it's not a hangover. It's not a dehydration. It's just a headache.
Yeah.
And it kills me because it's one of the best beers on the market as far as taste goes. Pure taste, especially if it's really, really cold.
I'm not a big just plain Budweiser guy. But I told you the other day, we spoke a little bit about my wife and I stopped into the Budweiser in St. Louis, did a tour, and at the end you go to this big ass tank they got, and it's got a tap on it, dude. They give you a glass, you go over there, you tap it, you pour yourself a glass, and that stuff is so clear you can see completely through the glass. I've never seen you pour yourself a glass of Budweiser.
It's generally gold.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, but until it ages, it's clear.
Yeah. It tasted so good. Those are different.
There's something, I don't know what it is about it, and I don't. It's not. There's nothing bad in it. There's something that just doesn't agree with me. And the thing is it took me my entire second college experience took me that entire time to figure out that Budweiser was giving me the headache. And it was literally the first night, it was just too many.
Right.
The next time I tried it, it was still too many. About the fifth time I was trying it, though, I'm like, I'm going to drink one. And that's like, no, that has to be a coincidence.
See, I'm kind of the same way with you. So mine's not Bud Light, and mine doesn't happen the next day. And mine's Miller Lite. I take 2 sips off of Miller Lite, and I'm getting a headache. Period.
Like right now.
It's that quick. And I mean,
it's just, there's nothing bad about it.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like the taste of it or whatever. It's just whatever it is, that beer, like, I'm ready to go lay down. Time to go to bed. My head hurts that bad.
Well, that one does reduce the cost of the night.
Yeah, that it does. You see, I can drink like MGD, Miller's Gin and Draft.
Mm-hmm.
I can drink that. It's great.
Which is really strange because it's basically the same thing.
Pretty much.
That's actually one of my old favorites.
Oh,
MGD.
Yeah, when I was in the Army, dude. I mean, that's when I think MGD got kind of big around 98, 99, 2000.
Yeah, it was right in those late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. MGD was starting to eclipse Budweiser, right. Mostly like he was the cool guy beer, because right. Bud was always the king of beers. Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing. But I think it was all down to the marketing. Because that's about when Budweiser stepped away from their really good commercials, like the frogs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They stepped away from those and they started doing like that kind of forgotten batch in the middle.
Right. I guess, since we got the ones we don't like out of the way, that kind of leads us into the ones we do like. And I would say, an MGD is definitely a top 3 for me. I think it's
we're in agreement on that one.
Yeah, I think it's smooth and it just tastes good and goes down easy.
You know what it is, and you mentioned about Budweiser and how you liked Budweiser right out when it's in the chill. Well, MGD is never hot filtered. That's one of those cold filtered beers that's literally made the same way, but it's kept really cold and passed through filter after filter after filter. There's no big secret. Coors is the same way,
right?
But they just keep it cold, and that's what made MGD stand out from the competitors.
Yeah, it's
a longer process. But when they say longer process, we're not talking weeks or months or years. This isn't life altering, but right. It takes a little longer to make a case MGD.
Right. So, yeah. But I would probably say, MGD.
Yeah, I put that.
now that I think about it, I mean that's probably my number 2 beer. I mean, I really like that one.
It's actually really it's good old macro brew. It just works. It's still done well.
It is.
It's just a very repeatable process. That doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that you can do over and over again. You don't have to be an artisan every single time. Knock it out once, you
Yeah.
learn it.
And it makes me wonder, like, it did grow substantially in that time period.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
you stop seeing commercials for it. Like, what happened? I wonder why they quit promoting that beer, because it's a good beer.
Yeah, it's I think it's just it reached its market share, and it's got people there, like, as the next generation turns of age or adjacent to of age, they'll start advertising again.
I guess. I mean, but, you know,
But you know,
Bud Light still
you know
hits
what?
you every day. Budweiser still is. It's been around
Oh yeah.
years and
Well,
years.
they're on an actual campaign because they've had beer and politics don't mix. Unfortunately, there was a mix, and they're in a recovery mode now.
They
And then
are.
when they recover from this, they'll have to recover from the recovery.
Yes.
It's a vicious cycle, and
And I'm part of that. I mean, Bud Light was my go-to for a long time. Not my favorite, but it was my go-to. And the political side, I was kind of like, you
well,
know,
and
I'm
it's
just
not even agree or disagree. It's like I don't want to be associated with the political argument
right.
because and like that's nothing. They didn't do anything horrible,
No,
and
no,
if
not
we
at
didn't
all.
live in like the social media age, it wouldn't
Right.
matter.
We wouldn't even know.
We wouldn't care.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have happened because social media, that's where all
Yeah.
this stuff's coming
And
from.
it's
So
even though now it's like there's that stigma attached, which there shouldn't be, but there is.
there it is.
It's a beer.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, who in their right mind associates beer with good decisions? That's what made like the Frogs and Dogs commercial so great.
Right.
There was no good decision to be made there. It was horrible, and that's why we liked it.
Yeah. And you know, I guess Bud Light. If I'm ranking these, I would still say Bud Light is probably my third favorite beer. I still like a Bud Light. I mean, there's
Yeah,
as far as taste and drinking it, I don't have. I mean, I think it's a decent beer. It's not a great beer. It's a decent beer.
see, if we were gonna talk like third, I'm gonna probably go like Michelob Ultra, which that's a really weird one to say. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but it's a really like kind of like a medium crisp type beer.
It
It
is.
doesn't have the kind of water thing that I get from most light beers. It's got enough bite to be reasonable.
Right. It's that. I don't mind Mick Ultra. It's not one of my go-tos. My wife likes Mick
Yeah.
Ultra. When we had our reception a couple years ago, I had a cooler full of what I like, and we had stuff for
Oh
Mick
yeah.
Ultra too. It is truly, I think, more of a woman's beer for whatever. I don't know if it's because of the way they designed the cans or
I
what.
think I think a lot of people take it that way because it's like the low carb beer.
Hmm.
The first time I tried it was actually like a blind taste test. I tried it out of a red Solo cup, and it was good.
It's a good beer.
So I'm like, all right, cool. It's like I don't care about the packaging of it, but that's kind of my bottom of the night. That's my yeah. If you gotta grab something kind of quick and nothing else is there, I'll go to that one.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. But there's nothing exceptional about it either.
Yeah.
It's decent.
Right. It's an okay beer like Bud
Yeah.
Light.
And then like honestly, what's your second one? And what's your number two? Bud Light.
My number three was Bud Light. I kind of got that over. Number three is a Bud Light, and the MGD is number two.
MGD's number two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said we're sitting with the
And
same number two beer here.
I feel kind of bad though because it's been a minute since I actually went and bought MGD. So the next time I get beer, I think
Well,
it's
I
probably
think,
gonna be
like for me, it's like honestly, the MGD, I get this big bloat feeling from it though.
really.
I love the way it tastes, but it's for being a lighter like lager or lager adjacent, it gives you a lot of bloat.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the taste because it leans a little more like if you think about it, like beer leans either sweet or bakery. When you think about it,
Yeah.
MGD leans a little more bakery than like say Bud Light does.
Right.
So to me, it feels a little heavier. It's not bad at all.
It is a heavier beer.
Yeah,
But I
it's
think
not
I
bad.
think that's where the enjoyment comes from it because it's a little bit more smooth. You got a little bit more flavor. It doesn't like it's one of the few beers that I don't really bloat up from.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
got
think
a
just
little more bite to it. I think.
yeah, and I think that's what makes it
And
a good beer.
it's just by a nuance. Because my number one edges it out just because of that.
Yeah.
And my number one is like
Hold on. Before we go any further, we've already agreed on the number two beer.
yep.
I don't know. We have not. We've briefly discussed this podcast idea, this
Yep.
topic today. Um,
We,
but
this is
we haven't come to an agreement on
No.
any of this. We're kind of spitballing this
yeah,
as
this
we
is
go.
pretty random.
Yeah. So,
So-
it kind of surprised me, the number two.
Yeah,
Number one, I think I know what you're going to say. I think, if
Yeah.
I remember right, but
it's actually two beers that fill the same niche.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're just. I think maybe it's the military in us because that's what was around on the hot days. Like that's what everybody went to on the hot days, especially if you're in a hotter climate.
Right.
And for me, that was Virginia. I don't know where that was for you.
I was Fort Campbell down the road here.
Okay, so we're in the same area. This is probably why. And that's Coors Banquet beer or Coors Light,
Yeah.
depending on the temperature of the day.
I mean, if the mountains don't turn blue, it ain't good to go.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But that's
I
but
agree.
Coors Light is height of summer beer. That's dog days of August. That's the hot July beer.
Well, yeah. I mean, that is
Like,
that
it
is the
beats
one
out-
for the summer.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it beats out banquet beer in those
Yes.
specific times. But banquet beer is sort of like MGD, but not as serious.
Yes, I can see. Yeah.
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 And that one's
So that's your number one.
yeah, that's my number one
Yeah.
basic beer.
That's my number one as well.
And everybody says how basic that is, but do you know what the craft beer equivalent is to it?
I'm not a big. I mean, I don't know a lot of craft
And
beer
you
stuff.
can look these up. It's Green State Light from Zero Gravity.
I've never heard of it, man.
Really expensive.
Is it really?
And it tastes just like Coors Light.
There must be a smaller outfit or something.
Well,
like
they
that.
are because there was and that was kind of that's my other side of that is beer for a while there, like right about the time they stopped doing the MGD commercials
Right.
and before there was any controversy with social media, when beer was for everybody.
Right.
That was when that whole craft beer thing took over. You started seeing like Three Floyds and all of these weird one-off beer companies.
All the hipster stuff. I mean, this is
Yeah.
honest.
It was actually starting in the mid '90s with like Woodchuck and Wicked Orchard and all that,
Oh,
Angry
Wicked.
Orchard and all
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
That was when it really started, and then the hipster stuff started. I mean, Danny Trejo even got out making fun of this. I want something with notes of leather and maybe porcelain. Here, I made this in my bathtub.
Yeah.
Commercial.
I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, I agree, man. Coors Light is.
So what's your
Go-to.
if you're on a whim, like if it's pretty much a let your hair down and you got time for a few and you want to make them really count, what do you buy?
But I'm going to Coors Light. I just
Coors Light?
that's my beer.
Yeah, that's my first choice. If I've got people coming over that want something craftier, Shock Top.
I've heard of that. I've not had one.
So like Corona, they always show you putting the lime in.
Yeah.
You notice Corona didn't make the list for either of us because in general it's a don't fruit the beer kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, I like a Corona Light and lime. I do enjoy it,
So
but I get tired of having to give my beer flavor.
so here's one that's really interesting. Try a Shock Top.
Okay.
For one, it's got a little bit of a fruity punch to begin with because of the way it's made. And if you like that, there's a whole different side you can go into to get more like that. But if you put a little slice of orange with it,
I've heard that.
that's
Same-
an absolute game changer.
Same with Blue Moon.
Blue Moon is the other
Uh,
one in there because Blue Moon and Shock Top are actually very close relatives.
Have you had Blue Moon?
Absolutely.
It is a good beer.
Yep.
Very surprising. And if I would have thought about it sooner, it may have been my number 3 because it is a truly a good
The
beer.
reason I don't have these up there is that they don't make my top 3. They're not available everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Because most of the time, like what the beers that make the top 3 aren't because they have the highest alcohol content or the best advertising. The beers that make the top 3 are because they're consistently good, and I can get them at just about any convenience
Yep.
store, any liquor store, or anywhere. And I know that if I have 12 people coming over and I don't know any of them, they'll be okay with one of those beers.
Right. Yeah. I
That's
agree.
what they're macro brewed for a reason. They're
Yes.
the top of that bell curve. 80% of everybody likes them.
I agree. I mean, you can't, like I said, our reception, I had a couple go, well, don't you have this or no? No, I mean, it's Coors Light and it's Mick Ultra.
Yeah.
Take your pick. I don't care what you drink. There's plenty of both. But that's what we got.
Yeah,
You
and
want
it's
it? Go
good.
get it. And we'll put it in the cooler. But
It's
that's
good.
it.
So I'm
You-
taking it that you're not one of the people that gets roped into going to a brewery, are you?
I have been to one. That was a few years ago. My wife and I, Mama, we went to. We was going to SummerSlam. Matter of fact, SummerSlam, WWE SummerSlam.
Oh, nice.
In Nissan Stadium, is an outdoor event.
Oh, yeah.
And we got there a little early, and where I park at is a friend of mine. His stepfather's family owns the brickyard there, so we always park at the brickyard and walk. So on the street, there's a little brewery there. So I was like, let's
Yeah.
go in and check this out, and it was good.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the name of the beers. I don't even know the name of the place, but I do know that the beer I got, the beer Mama got, both tasted like straight up monkey ass.
See, this is like where I was kind of going with this one. I've been to a couple of breweries because I had friends that were really into it that wanted to make their own
Right.
beer and everything. It was my old boss actually used to play in a ska band and everything else. So like this, I got the 2-bit tour of how to survive a brewery. From a guy who plays trumpet. He was a hired gun trumpet player for ska bands when he wasn't an IT guy.
Right.
He gave me the 2-bit tour of that, and I've actually found them fun. And I'm gonna shout out for a semi-local one here. You like supporting like stuff like the Real School of Rock and Bowling Green?
I've
Right.
never been there.
It's a music school for people who want to learn rock and roll.
Okay.
Well, they have their talent show at White Squirrel Brewery on the
Okay.
stages. And when you go in there, the beer prices are high compared to going to a gas station, but they're average compared to a bar.
Right.
But they are a brewery, and they have good old macro brews. You want to go in there and have a Coors. If you order a Coors Light, you're getting it in a frosty glass. If you order the banquet beer, it's in a regular chilled glass. They know. It's like that they're all about the experience. So going to a place like that can be fun, but what you don't want is you don't want to have something that tastes like like they said, monkey ass.
Right.
Like I don't want that. Some people might like that. I don't want that.
I want to enjoy my beer.
So
if I'm putting
you got to have a translator.
I'll rephrase how it was going to come out. But if I'm drinking a beer, if I'm eating food, I want to enjoy it.
Yep.
I don't want to have to hold my nose and swallow that shit just because.
If you need a class on how to enjoy it, it's not good.
Right.
It's just not.
Right.
So you like here's a great example. The next time you find yourself at a brewery, you like Blue Moon, right?
Yes.
Okay, so and I'm using my cheat right here. That's called a Belgian wit beer, which just means it's a white wheat beer that's done Belgian style. So what's it actually closest to? Blue Moon and Shock Top, very, very close. Anything like Allagash White Rascal, any of that stuff, it's gonna hint to being a white beer.
Okay.
So that's gonna give you that flavor profile. You also mentioned like when you add the orange, it's a game changer.
Yes.
How would you like to have that without breaking the law of don't fruit the beer?
Well, yes, but the Blue Moon, you don't have to fruit it. It's
Nope, you don't.
good
It's still
beer.
good. And Blue Moon actually moves a little closer in between a white and an IPA. An IPA is like an India. It's an Indian pale ale. And what these do is these are a little more fruit forward usually
Okay.
and a sweeter finish. There's still a little bit, they call it hop forward too, which means it's going to be bitter, but then it finishes sweet. That's like Lagunitas IPA, West Coast IPA. Now, if you go East Coast, no bitterness. It's going to be a cloudy beer, really light, and fruit in the front, regular beer in the back. So it's kind of like, if you get stuck there, this is where you can go. The other ones, like we agreed, Coors Light's probably the king. All you're looking for there is a light lager or an American lager.
Yeah.
And you're golden.
Yep.
Our other one, the number 2 with MGD, they call it American Adjunct Lager. So a cold filtered lager is all that means. Terrific.
It's
And Bud Light would fit right in there too. But yeah, the big takeaway though is like the IPAs, the East Coast and the West Coast are 2 different ones, and they'll differentiate them. If you want that bite, like a heavier beer, like if you're feeling more like MGD, go with the West Coast. If you're feeling more Mick Ultra, and you want to stay in that sweeter world, go with the East Coast.
Yeah.
But that's my non-hipster survival guide for the brewery, because and really everything breaks right down that way.
It does. I can see it. So, well, I mean, we've discussed a beer that we basically can't drink for physical reasons.
Yeah, and it's like, and the bad thing is like beers are like dogs. They're all good boys.
They are.
It's just some of them don't agree with you.
Speaking of dogs, what is some beer you drank when you were younger that are still around and just
All right.
this is cheap, so you drink it.
So here we go. Let's throw these under guilty pleasure beers.
Okay.
Mickey's.
Yes.
Mickey's.
Yeah.
And it's actually a good stands on its own
It
merit
is.
beer. It's very much it's MGD that was at a frat party.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like. It's the consistency isn't there from batch to batch, like it is in MGDs, but it's good.
Right.
It's good. Sometimes it's a little punchier, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Now you grew up in the same general area I did. Tell me, over under 50 total you probably drank in your life. Over under 50.
For Mickey's?
Old English malt liquor,
Oh,
40 ounce.
Way under.
Way
under.
Really? Dude,
Oh,
those were like the party staple back when we
They
were.
were, but the liquor store next to where we had always had a special on Mickey's, and they had the giant bottles of Mickey's to compete with. This dude loved Mickey's because his name was Mickey. And his last name started with Mick. I'm not going to put the guy on blast.
Right.
But this guy was displaced. He was in South Dakota. But he was as Irish as the day is long, and he was Chicago Irish, South Side Chicago Irish. So Mickey's, there were Mickey's posters all over. This dude would sell you kegs of Mickey's.
Yeah.
So he just
that 40 ounce Old English, I can't tell you how much of that crap I drank.
That it's not bad, but you could get two of the big Mickeys for the price of 108.
But I don't know, but the old E was only like, it was like $1.50 when I was a kid.
A Mickey always had them as a twofer.
Hmm.
And they can get tall boys too, even back then.
That was a much better deal then.
Well, just because he was Mickey.
Right.
I think the other end of that is it was funny. It hooked the college guys. You had all of us coming there, and we bought everything there. So you bought your beer cheap, but you'd pay double or triple for a loaf of bread.
I mean, dude, I'm not like, I didn't go to college. I school.
I went
relationships.
I went
military.
toward college. I went toward college.
Yeah.
I didn't actually ever finish anything until the last stint. It took me 3 times to get an associate's degree.
Yeah.
And I had to do it from home so I wouldn't end up in the bar.
Well, I mean, that being said, like, when I'm talking about drinking the beer back in the day, it was either in school, in high school. That's when we were partying with
Well, if we were 21, that's what would have been doing, because of course we did.
No, I absolutely did.
When I was 21 in high school.
We had a guy that actually turned 21 while in high school.
Oh, good
He
Lord.
had failed that many times.
Good Lord.
I can remember his name. I think I can. But,
Don't put him on blast.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, you ever had a Grosh?
Oh, yeah. It's got those
green
flip
with the
tops
cork.
and that ceramic cork. Oh, that
Yeah.
is so good.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. Well, but then maybe where I had it mostly. Like the first time I had it, I don't think I cared for it, but then we needed to stop in Curacao. Sip one of those on the bridge, the tugboat bridge. Oh my God, that's amazing.
I can agree with
actually
you.
like that one.
The first time I had one, I was like, but next time I had one, I was like, this ain't so bad.
It's not the
grows
American
on you.
lager
It
that
is
you're
not.
used to.
Not at all.
Now here's one that I had. This was just out of high school when this was popular. I think I was just turning 21. So this would have been about 96. This would have been popular. Moosehead. Moosehead Canadian lager.
It seems like I
Green
remember
bottle, gold moose on it.
that. Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
Did you? Let's see. What was? It just went out of business. That beer from when we were been.
Wasn't Lowenbrow.
No,
That's still a good beer.
it's not.
Wasn't Hams.
Schlitz.
Schlitz, yeah. Schlitz went out.
How much you ever drink of that?
A little bit. My parents owned a bar
Yeah.
when I was a kid, so I got to try. So like, for me, it wasn't like a big deal. Like we were always trying stuff. We even tried malt duck, which was just basically like it was a beer that couldn't cut it as a beer, so they tried to be something else. Real sweet.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of PBR on tap.
Man, PBR.
On tap, it's not bad.
I guess I can honestly say I have never had PBR on tap.
Well, I didn't mind it up until it became the hipster thing.
Yeah.
But Chicago's a PBR town. There's still PBR signs outside the bars.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, I don't mean like if you go downtown Chicago, that crap. That's Disneyland for the demented. That's a playground for the demented and a haven for those who walk the world with no heart.
Right.
That's all downtown is on the Gold Coast. But if you go into the real like south side of Chicago, like Nightmare still has a PBR sign on the side. And that's like I think I want to say it's 51st and Kedzie or 54th and Kedzie, something like that. Studio 52 still has it. They still got the PBR signs inside and everything. I'm over here calling so like anybody's
Right.
listening from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about here. Brush up on your linguistics there, and it's not just bilingual now; it's tri. Oh yeah, well you try to understand what the Polish guy and the
Yeah.
Spanish guy are arguing about, and you're not going to, because the
Yeah.
Polish guy is trying to speak Spanish, the Spanish guy is speaking Polish.
Yeah.
Smart people. Add beer though, it gets real confusing real fast.
It does. So what about your cold winter day beer? What are you going to there?
That's a tough one. Honestly,
Like you are sitting at home because ice and snow has shut every damn thing down.
for me,
You
this
can't
last
ride,
time,
can't do nothing.
it
You're
was
just
bourbon.
bourbon,
Yeah.
but you don't have bourbon. Like you are at home and all you got is you go out to the garage and you find a beer.
So as it starts getting colder, I move stouts in. So like Guinness is the easy one, but there's a bunch of other stouts that fall in.
Okay.
But it's got to be in the can with the widget because Guinness doesn't come in glass. It comes in kegs and cans.
Okay. Have you ever had a Red Dog?
I have. It's not bad
Not
at
a
all.
bad beer. Not a bad beer
It's
at
not
all.
bad. There was another one. What was the other red one? It's on the tip of my tongue. Had the horse on the bottle.
Yeah, that was Red Horse or something like that. His
No, it
beer.
wasn't red, or there was a different name for it. Kilkenny or something like that. Or Kilroy's.
Was it Killigan's?
Killian's. That's it. Killian's. Kilroy was the little guy with the big nose.
Yes. Killigan's. It wasn't a bad beer either, but I was pleasantly surprised by Red Dog.
Yeah, Red Dog's pretty good.
Yeah.
Red Dog reminded me of what Killian's wanted to be when he grew up. That's 'cause
Yeah.
there's something about Red Dog was just so smooth and it wasn't trying to be anything.
I mean, it was just a beer.
Yeah, it was just trying to be a beer.
It was just
good.
a beer. Like,
Riding that wave of funny name beers,
yeah,
but it was good.
Yeah.
I think it's still
something to
around.
catch. It is. It is. So,
But yeah, that's like the winter one. But like honestly, I've moved toward bourbon for the winter.
yeah, I'm there with you. If I can say right now, if there's beer in my house and I don't have anything else, it's going to be a Coors Light. That's just what's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
But yes, I agree with you. I like vodka.
Yeah.
Have you ever had what is it? Deep Eddy's vodka?
Oh yeah, that's
Comes in
good.
flavors. You know,
Yeah.
you get the orange or you get the lemon. You mix the orange with orange juice and the lemon with lemonade. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you will not know that you're drunk
Oh,
because it's
no.
too late by the time you figure it
Oh,
out.
yeah,
It
yeah,
is
for
so
sure.
good and so smooth.
Now another good one I found is like do you do Arnold Palmer's in the summer ever?
Yeah.
So you do your iced tea and then just do like limoncello vodka.
Okay.
Any of the lemon vodkas or
Yeah.
limoncellos or anything. And if you really want to make it good, you just squeeze a little bit of lemon juice into it or just pour a little lemon juice out and then drop like maybe a half a teaspoon of unrefined sugar in it.
Okay.
And it just makes a really boozy Arnold Palmer.
Gotcha.
And if you mix just right, it's no like you can drink a big like 16-ounce tumbler of that and it's no more than drinking a 12-ounce beer.
Yeah.
It's mixed real light, but it goes down so good.
Right. Okay.
Now the kids now, like when they start doing their mixed drinks, you seen them doing the Borgs yet? You seen that?
Mm-mm.
So you get a gallon, and you put whatever you're gonna cut it with, water or ginger ale or whatever you're gonna cut with, and then you mix everything in. Then you dump tons of flavor packets in to cover it. There's an art to making them. The kids all made Borgs for
I mean,
one of their friends' 21st birthday
we
parties at the
we
house.
called that something else when I was
Jungle
a kid.
juice is what we
Yes,
called it.
jungle juice.
But they're calling it Borgs. Because the trick is now is like, idiots walk around now and they'll put something in the jungle juice to mess everybody up worse.
Yeah.
So everybody just brings their own. You share it with your friends. So the kids all made Borgs. So we had, they are having one of their friends had a 21st birthday party. So we had 6 gallons of the stuff mixed up that they were passing around, all different flavors. And man, it ran the gamut from monkey butt to oh my god, I want the recipe.
Yeah. Have you ever had like real legit moonshine, not the stuff you buy at the
Actually,
store.
yes.
But
Apple pie
real,
moonshine made in Indiana, and
yes, sir.
I had some South Dakota White Lightning
My uncle, he's not doing it anymore, but he's a welder for a place that actually makes
stills.
the stills, that these big companies use. So he made one for himself, and you can make so much for yourself personally. So,
Yeah,
so he at our reception, he brought me a thing of apple pie moonshine. Ooh, that stuff is so good, man.
that's
Like,
potent too, though.
oh yeah, yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
It didn't last long between me and the my friends
But
over
yeah,
there. It didn't
how
last
long does this stuff last? Like when you get, 'cause like we mentioned drinking bourbon and vodka, we sound like absolute alcoholics. But
long.
truth be told, how
We're
long does a
old.
bottle last?
It can last a long time.
Yeah, because you're not hitting it all the
It
time.
depends on what kind of mood you're in too.
That does. But it's I found that it's like it lingers around an awful long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Usually like a couple people come over and all of a sudden the bottle gets done like, might want to get another one.
yeah. I remember I had a bottle of whiskey. It was made in 1998, and it got finished off in like 2019.
Oh yeah. Now mine don't last quite that long, but I'm really selective when I buy, and I'm not like a curator or anything, but I buy what I like. Call out
Right.
another local company, Dueling Grounds in Franklin.
I have heard of them. Yes.
Oh, go do a flight.
Okay.
Yeah, just try some. Get ready to spend about $80 on a Primo bottle since you're there anyway. But the Primo bottle's actually worth it. It's actually that good,
Yeah.
and it's like you're in bourbon country. You might as well enjoy.
Yeah.
But like it is that good. I enjoy that a lot. Plus, they have pizza there now.
Can't go wrong.
Nope, bourbon and pizza. I would have never thought the pairing, but if bourbon country says so, it must be okay.
Must be. We still need to do the wine tour on the motorcycles.
Oh, absolutely.
So you've already done a couple stops, right?
I've done a few of the I've done a few of the wineries, but not the Cumberland ones yet.
Yeah.
So that one though, that's about a 3 day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
probably just break it up into 3 weekends.
Yeah. It's a pretty long run. Like I think when I figured it out, if you want to hit all 9 wineries, and this is coming from my neck of the woods, it's a day out there with a couple wineries, a day where you hit most of them, then you wrap up at a couple. That way you have time to stay there and actually sample. Because if you just stop, sample, run, by the 3rd winery, you ought not to be on the bike.
Right. Yes. Yes, that's very much true. And that's something I guess we need to talk about too, since we're talking about alcohols, is man, it's
Know
not
how your
worth
body
it. Call
processes.
somebody. Like those commercials where you see people get in there and they're wobbly out there. Don't be that person.
No, you just know yourself. Like if you're gonna go, like we just talked about taking the motorcycles on a wine tour.
Right.
I guarantee that you're gonna drink a couple of glasses of wine and do your own assessment. You can honestly assess how much can I drink when I'm there
Right.
because I'm going to. And if that means that if you're gonna ride for 6 hours and only hit 3 wineries, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's part of why it takes so long to hit all of them
Yes.
because you don't want it to build up.
And I'm not the biggest wine connoisseur there is. To me,
It's fun.
I guess that could be the only. That's the draw
Well,
for me. Is
there-
it seems like fun.
It's like what happened with beer, though. Like when like we were just talking about like a normal dude's survival guide to going to a brewery.
Right.
Like there's all these crazy names and all these unwritten rules, and it's like I have to know the lineage of the guy who made your mustache wax, or I'm not letting you in the door.
Yeah.
It's the wineries can be the same way. It's like, oh well, you didn't check the legs.
Right.
There's a couple of basic things to appreciate what you're getting so that you can kind of get ready for it. And that's like when they do that smelling it first. What you're doing is you're seeing how on the scale of sweet, how sweet is it, so you know what to expect. Because if you get like a chocolate wine and you're expecting it to be really sweet and it's actually on the dry scale, you can smell that ahead of time. You're like, oh, this is not going to be sweet. I mean, imagine that you think you're going to get a bite of chocolate and you end up with baker's chocolate instead.
Yeah.
That's a total turnoff unless you're expecting baker's chocolate and you take a smaller bite, right?
Yep.
That's the whole trick with the wines. Everything else is just kind of like connoisseurs can use it to rank something. Most people try to do it as a flex. I learned that I'm a simple dude. I like sweet wines.
I
don't
like
need
a
complex
white
drink.
wine. I like a white wine, but here's my hang up with wine. Everybody drinks it room temperature and all that. I mean, man, throw some ice in that stuff. I like it cold. To me, it tastes better cold. And But for me, that's generally everything I drink. It tastes better
One
cold.
thing you could try, like you said, whites. Whites are in the middle of the sweet range, and when you chill them, they move up to sweeter. Try a dessert wine instead.
I didn't. I just like the. I don't want to feel like I'm eating food. And whenever the drink is warm, I might as well be eating food.
Gotcha.
So I like my drinks to be chilled. I
And
like them cold. I think it's more refreshing
there's
that
a
way.
company in Tennessee that actually nails your perspective. Jester Winery. I think it's called Jester. I'll have to double check that and look. But they actually do sparkling wine, which is basically champagne. It just comes from here instead of Champagne, France.
Okay.
But they also have it infused with flavors, and it's meant to be served cold. And they even put it in a can, which to me is the coolest thing in the world.
It's no worse than wine in a box. You've seen that stuff.
That's just a grown-up juice box.
That's all it is.
And then you have grown-up M&Ms, and that's Xanax.
Yep.
It's all. It's in every suburban supermarket. It's in the survival aisle.
Yes.
Didn't know suburban supermarkets had survival aisles, did you?
No, they do.
Yeah, they have the Xanax over here and the box wine right there,
Yep.
and Kettler. Sorry, we just lost one more listener.
Yeah. But just, I mean, it's let's see here, we've been at this for about 40 minutes, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's
About the sweet spot.
about the sweet spot. So yeah, there's kind of our take on
Yeah,
what
so-
we like, and maybe
We tried to give you a 6-pack, but it looks like you have a Michelob Ultra. We can throw a Bud in there, and then you're going to get 2 banquet beers and 2 Coors Lights.
Yeah.
There's 6-pack.
Yep. So I mean, it works out.
If you want to get fancy, Blue Moon or Shock Top.
I wonder if it's because I mean the name of the show is Life at 50ish. So if you're around our age, I don't know. Maybe one day people pick this show up, start watching, and when that day comes, it'd be interesting to see if people started commenting. Yeah, I agree, or you guys are
Oh, yeah.
dumbasses, whatever it may be.
Or just throw in your picks. I mean, like we're not the beer gurus. Throw in your
Yeah,
picks.
Definitely not the beer gurus, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
throw some in. And by the way, shout out locals.
Yeah.
It's like one thing we never said, I don't want anybody to take this away. Breweries are not bad.
No.
Starbucks is not bad, but if you don't understand the language on the board at Starbucks, it becomes very difficult to just get a black coffee with a little creamer in it.
So, quick story about coffee. A couple years ago, people are in town for the reception. My son, his wife, my 2 grandsons are down here. My brother-in-law and his wife, they're in town too. Okay. Now, my brother-in-law, leftist, very, very liberal, diehard Democrat, great guy, love him to death. Drives a Toyota Prius. That guy, love him to death. You could not.
Very crunchy granola dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a heart of gold.
Yep.
He's just our politics don't line up, but politics and family seldom do.
No.
So he's there. My son, my oldest son, and his wife, they go to White Buffalo down the street from this coffee place. They go down there and they come back, and his wife's making fun of him. They're like, "Yeah, it took so long because he had to have his super sweet rainbow kiss, curly poo, moon pie." Just named off all this sweet, girly sounding stuff, right? And my brother-in-law was like, "Damn, dude, I'm the one from California, and I don't even drink that." I was like, I still give him a hard time about it to this day. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you remember, even the California guy don't drink that crap." He's like, and you know how people
yeah.
I like, that North Dakota accent, whatever it is. But I still give him a hard time about
He's
it.
got to have a rough time in North Dakota getting that coffee, though.
I don't know. I mean, he's 29, about to be 30, so he's that hipster age, and I'm sure
There's
for
got to
their,
be an underground for it.
but for their generation, I think that's the norm.
It is.
I don't think that's really asking too much for their
Well,
generation.
When,
I think it's asking more for our generation. Go get a black coffee.
it's the fun part was my daughter was into that coffee shop scene, and she came back with those limited edition, like the unicorn coffee.
Right.
So I actually went to that establishment's website, and I looked up the calories, and it had 3,400 plus calories in there. So I went over and I looked up an MRE, that a 29-year-old Marine or a 20-something Marine
20,
gets.
what was it, 25,
deployment.
2600?
Some
Some of
2,800 was the
Yeah.
maximum calories you found in MRE at that time. And they got one a day. She was drinking
Right.
3 of these a day.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
what are you doing that 3 Marines can't do in a day?
Woo. And that,
She had an answer for me, though.
mm,
She said, pee sitting down. I said, there are female Marines, and she goes, they don't pee sitting down. That's
Fair-
not a bad answer.
Fair enough.
That's not. This is a kid that's a total civilian. She's not in the military,
Yeah.
but she is a welder. So I mean, that's not a bad answer.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. So,
So-
what do you say we wrap this up, dude?
Yeah, we better because it's getting bad. Started with beer and look where it
Yeah,
ended.
now we're
Well, like
talking
all
about
things, it
history.
starts with beer and look where it went.
and it rambles. It rambles.
Well, you know,
So,
I think there's the title. It started with beer and look where it went.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Look where beer gets you. So, any words of wisdom, Joe?
Yeah, go to the brewery. I
Go to
don't
the
care
brewery.
how goofy it is. Go to the brewery and just remember, IPAs have some sweet in them. If you like your regular Coors Light, look for a lager. And the only thing you really want to stay away from is stouts. Anything that says heavy, stay away from it and stick with the crushables. It's summer.
Yes.
Try the heavier stuff this fall and winter.
100% agree. 100%
But go to the brewery.
Only thing I'll add to that is be responsible.
Absolutely.
Be responsible. That's all. My profession. I've been around, seen some things. It's not fun. Your family wants you home. You want to be home.
Just
be
you know,
responsible.
get your designated driver. They can drink next time, and you cover their tab when
Right.
you're out.
And even
It's
if
a
you
better
want to go by
time.
yourself, be responsible. And if you drink a little too
Uber's the
much,
thing,
nothing
man.
wrong with that. But Uber it.
Uber's the thing.
If you got enough money to go spend $20 on one of those beers,
Or buy those fancy beers. Take your time drinking it.
right?
Figure out what you like and learn what food goes good with it. Because if you actually eat
Yes,
and you slow down and drink a beer and you enjoy where you're at, you're going to be fine leaving unless it's your first beer, and then you shouldn't be alone anyway.
absolutely, absolutely.
Your first beer, let's face it, your first beer is in the cornfield somewhere, and it's usually through a
Yeah.
funnel, and it's about room temperature.
Or you're standing upside down on your hands holding on to a cake.
Yeah, because when somebody finds out that's your first beer, they're going to make sure that you don't remember it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'll be honest though, my first beer was with my stepdad. I was 10.
Well, I said my folks own the bars.
So you
Well, you would when Dad
you had beer in your baby bottle.
when Dad had a slow day, he would just think that he finished it.
We don't encourage people to do the things. we
No,
have
but
done.
these are the things that do happen.
They do have.
And if you're 50ish and watching this, and you might have kids or grandkids, watch your beer,
Yeah, watch your beer.
number them.
Yeah, share your stories with us.
Absolutely.
Share your stories with us.
Have a little fun with it.
Yep,
Names
So-
will be changed to protect the guilty.
it will. So let's wrap it up. That's it.
All right. There we
Life
go.
at 50ish. Till next time, I'm Scott,
I'm Joe.
and have a good week.
Enjoy.
Maybe a month. Well, who
It
knows?
won't be
We'll
more
try
than
to
a
get
week or
back to you
two.
soon. So.